Welcome back to part 18 of Neptunia Reverse, where today, after fighting that monster to get some ores for that weapon, we can finally turn it into Sion to see what we end up with. Good, I was just who I was looking for. Sorry guys, but I need to get going. Time's short, you know. Speaking of, where is the expo? In 3 days. 3 days? Wait, only 3 days? Oh no, that's not enough time. That's why I'm going now. I'll be occupied for a while, so see ya. She's gone. So what should we do now? If my intuition is right, Avenir is plotting something at the expo. Plotting what? How should I know? I said it's an intuition. Oh, so it's just Noir's imagination then? Why you... Actually, what Noir said might be true. If Arthur is up to no good, she's bound to use Avenir's weapons. I see, Arthur herself may appear there too, then. Correct. Super, Blunt. Now that is what I call being convincing. Oh, so sorry for not being convincing here.
And so, 3 days later, I feel like we could have used the 3 days better.
What are you grumbling about? The ceremony's about to begin.
Wasting 3 days is hard, you know? Like playing games and talking stuff. I'll just assume you're saying that to make me feel better. So this is Last Station's largest technology event.
Pretty huge, isn't it? Last Station still has a lot more to show. What's the matter? Did you find something interesting?
A swag booth. I'm going to take a look.
Was that what you were looking at?
This is the first time I have attended, but this is quite interesting.
Isn't it? I knew you'd appreciate the event.
It may be interesting for me to display my hyper gadget.
Hyper gadget? What's that?
Oh, do you have an interest in it, assistant?
Like I said, don't call me an assistant.
Don't indulge in the details. The hyper gadgets are my creations.
That wasn't a detail. Anyways, what kind of gadgets did you make?
Let's see. A microwave that will turn both food and humans into gel.
Please don't exhibit that.
How boring. I presume it is safer than what Avenir may show.
Even so, it sounds too deadly as a daily appliance.
Noir? There are no publishers having any games on display?
The theme this time is weaponry, so there's no game exhibit here.
No. That was my only hope of enjoyment here.
We're not here to play around.
Yes, I know, but it is an event, so we might as well enjoy it to its fullest extent.
Heck yeah. I second Vert. Don't butt in, Neptune. Why are you all so relaxed? Now everyone be quiet. It's about to start.
Welcome, and thank you for coming to the Avenir-sponsored Technology Expo.
What's he saying? It isn't Avenir. I'm the sponsor of the event.
Noir, you sound serious. Come on, smile. Your cute looks are going to waste.
Let me be who I am now. It's not like anyone else is looking at me.
And so, we have a special opening ceremony for you all.
An opening ceremony? I wonder what it is. I hope it's a gaming contest. That may be interesting, but it feels lacking for an opening ceremony.
Oh, then maybe a famous band will come to play.
That sounds likely. Maybe it will be a full orchestra. I'd love to hear a live chiptune compilation. Oh, then I want an energy-charged, turquoise-haired, futuristic idol singer.
I sure hope what you girls said is true.
In keeping with the theme, we would like to hold an exhibition match. Of course, we will enter our own weaponry with pride.
What a farce. They're just using it to promote their product.
The opponent, representing our smaller local companies, is Passé.
What?
Hey, Xion, what's going on? We didn't hear anything.
I don't know too. I'm just as confused as you all.
The exhibition match will start in 10 minutes. Both entrants, please prepare.
Prepare for what? There's nothing we can prepare for.
Xion.
They look surprised.
Of course. We prepared the stage. They can't get away now. So, is Avenir's weaponry going to get the job done?
Please do not worry. It is a new version created from all the past battles.
But do not let your guard down.
Most certainly. I have suffered quite a number of times by them. In the name of Lady Whiteheart, I will destroy the goddesses through Avenir.
It's her!
What's the matter, Iffy?
Did you find something?
Look over there! Does that person with ganache look familiar?
Huh? You mean the person with the really unhealthy colored skin?
She also has really bad makeup.
With a pointy hat.
She looks like she has a problem with her personality.
Not to mention old.
Fucking, I love that it's all of them insulting her for them to realize it's R4. Nothing else. All of them are going, wow, she's terrible. Wow, she sucks. Wow, oh, it's R4.
So, it was all a setup by R4 then. So now we know there's a connection between R4 and Avenir.
What should we do? Should we run or fight? We can't run! We'll waste all the effort everybody put into the exhibition! But this is obviously a trap.
Yes, we know. But if we turn our backs, the people won't forgive us. Well then, we better get prepared. Oh, you're too serious there, Blonde. What do you mean? Hey, Xion, we need to prove who's best to get to meet the goddess, right?
Huh? Yeah, that's right.
Well then, Noir, it's best to show who's boss in front of everyone.
Of course! If it's at the event, all the judging would be out in the open and fair!
Then it's simple. We beat up Avenir's machine and showcase Xion's weapon.
Neptune?
Making it sound so simple like always.
Yeah, that's our Nep-Nep.
Still, I do not think it is resolving the source of the problem. Not like we can back out already, so might as well go with the flow. And we just don't need to lose, you get it? Not lose. No problem.
Yes! As long as we win, it should be fine.
It does give us a chance to return the favor, too. Well, I don't mind taking up a lopsided fight. If Iffy says so, then I'll jump on board too.
Okay then, let's show them whose weapon is boss here.
Thanks, all of you.
Come on, Xion, you worry too much. Oh, where's the weapon?
Here you go.
Who's gonna use it?
I suppose either Neptune or Noir.
Then Neptune, you use it!
Are you sure? With your character, I thought you'd say, I'll take that.
You were the one testing it in the first place, you take it! I'll be judging later anyways. Make sure you stand out, you hear?
Okay, if it's a star you're looking for, look no further than old Nep.
The exhibition match will now begin. Good luck, I'm counting on you. Leave it to me, I'll send it to the junkyard. Alright, I'm changing forms right from the start. Hey, no, if you change here, everyone will find out who you... Wait, what? Huh? Well, Iffy, I can't change, what's the matter? That can't be. But why now? Then I shall change. I cannot as well? What is going on? What's happening? Looks like you're all confused. I'm Decor. That's not my name. You're doing that on purpose, right? Don't think I'd get irritated. I don't think Nep-Nep has any real intention. Right, her mentality is more on the side of as long as I have fun. It seems you all want to know why you can't use hard drive divinity. Is this because of you? Correct, I evaluated the copied powers and created a device to prevent HDD. Though this can only be used in a limited area, it should suffice here. How unexpected that our powers are sealed. It seems this stage was set with this in mind all along. So what now? Should we give up? Stop whining! You're the one who convinced everyone to participate. Seems everyone is ready, so I would like to start. Oh, no, not at all. If you can't give up, how about a timeout? And now, let the first match begin. Oh, come on. You know when I said at the start of the game that one of my criticisms with it is that the really cool idea of giving up SP to summon your HDD form kind of doesn't get its full exposure, because in almost every boss fight in the game it chooses for you. Yeah, I meant that. I didn't just mean it in the sense of it will randomly have boss fights where it will put you all in HDD. No, it will also have boss fights here and there where it makes it so you physically can't. The game for the sake of plot convenience, is kind of haphazard in taking away that ability from you all the time. And it kind of ruins the intention of it, that you are supposed to decide what's worth and what isn't with the SP cost during the fight. If every time it's a hard fight, it chooses for you. The stats of this boss are actually slightly lower than the last boss before, just because of the fact no one can HDD, and so they have to compensate for the fact you're not going to have any goddesses using their full power. Because the game's balance from this point onwards, it certainly feels like it's balanced more around the goddesses than it is the human characters, because the human characters do very little damage, if they do any at all, and die very quickly, regardless of what you put on them. Whilst the goddesses, on the other hand, stand more of a steady chance. And so this boss is probably one of the very few instances where having a human character in might actually help out, because you might be able to get some damage in, because it's lowered stats, because it has to compensate for the fact that the goddesses can't use their HDD. But this boss fight isn't too bad because of that, because you can't, because it's stat lowered, like even without the HDD, it's pretty standard. It's just you don't hit it as hard. And it's because it's a warm-up to the main event. As I've mentioned before, Chapter 5 is actually pretty damn short. How short I mean? After this boss fight is another boss fight, after that the chapter ends.
Leave it to me.
Essentially.
I can take care of this.
Like, it's really tiny. Like, this chapter is almost entirely about getting Noir back in the party, and that's it. After she didn't commit to the party in Chapter 2.
I won't go easy. Nilgiri burst.
So you're going to see me kind of just dance around a little bit, because like there's not too much you can do in this boss fight, and it's not the main event either, and we don't have access to our HDD, so it's like I don't want to waste resources too much. And you'll notice, even though it's like its own standard event, and so it isn't part of a dungeon, so we entered this fight with 0 EXEs, Super EXE Drive is working its magic and then some, because it's already nearly at 3. I say that, it's about halfway, it's just past the halfway point to 3. But this is what I mean by you'll start being able to use EXEs more effortlessly, which is why they start to become overpowered, because you can start just spamming them and get away with it. We're on 3 charges already.
How is this?
As I say, you can see at this point, I'm cautious, because I know the guard point's nearly out, so I don't want to. I think I just have everyone guard, so I can have everyone's turns be at the same time. Yeah, so I have everyone's turns then. So I have one person break the guard and have everyone else EXE to finish this thing off. Because even though the EXEs won't be as strong since it's not in the goddess forms, they're still EXEs. They're still going to rip this thing apart. And because it counts as a boss fight, there you'll get the extended animation. So you'll get the extra hit. Look, yeah, this thing is going to die next hit, presumably. I'd be very surprised if Neptune Break doesn't kill it. And after this boss fight, I believe we're approaching the next playable character joining the party, and it's the first of several characters that join the party and have literally no plot significance. They just show up for one scene to have them be the introduction. They join the party, and then the game kind of doesn't ever know what to do with them afterwards. Also, Neptune Break didn't kill it, because I guess Vert's EXE is just that good. But she's going to throw this and she's going to chase after. Gets the extra hit.
One hit kill. Let's get this.
And that doesn't kill it because Blant's EXE doesn't do that much damage. It's more focused on breaking. So now I get to show off Infinite Slash, which I can't remember if I showed off before this point. Noir's level 1 EXE. Which is also another really damn good EXE.
How did you like that?
Like, it's not Vert overpowered in terms of material, but it's also a really overpowered one in my opinion. I'd say it's probably the second best one in the game in terms of just damage dealing. But that one is the one that I feel like gets more of a rebalance in the sequels. Like I said, in the second game, I just didn't use it really at all. Whilst in the second game, Vert's EXE still broke the game in half. I thought it was going to be a forced loss. I wonder if this battle was bugged. What? Ganache, how could they have won when I sealed their HDD? How amazing, defeating the machine without their HDD powers. Stop praising them. please don't yell. Seeing my pride weaponry defeated is painful too. Then use that. Sir President, when you say that, do you mean we cannot have humans defeat our machines? But that is still under maintenance and I cannot assure that we'll do it. But, don't leave me out. What do you mean by that? If you can defeat the goddesses, then use that or this or whatever. See, our client asked for it too. Bring it before we lose our corporate trust. I will not be held responsible for this. It was a lot easier than I thought. Kind of a letdown, you know. I was worried when Nep couldn't change, but I'm happy we won. I think we showed that Sion's weapon is better. Isn't that right, Noir? Yes, I think everyone who saw can agree with that. Then we got a super win then? What's going on? Don't think defeating that one machine makes you a winner, Neptune. Next try and go against Heartbreaker. No, that's a new one. No matter, we just have to defeat it. Let's see how much longer you can keep your composure. Now get the machine started. You're all asking for it. Let the second match begin.
I'll show you the power of the CPU.
Jesus, look at this thing. The CPU breaker is a yet another forced loss in this game. As I said, the second half of the game is where the problems. Yeah, you see, I got a little annoyed. So I forgot this was a forced loss, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, it's another forced loss fight. The second half of this game really starts to show this game's problems, and that is they rely on their gun a little too much, and that gun being forced losses to tell a story. What power? This would explain Arthur's confidence earlier. This is seriously bad. Now, Heartbreaker, crush Neptune and all. What's going on? Why did it stop? I told you it was still under maintenance. There's no excuse for it to malfunction. This is our chance to crush them. Yeah, I know, but it is with how it is. There's no way I can change it. We were this close to being pancakes, weren't we? Yes, quite close, really. I almost did not expect to make it out alive. Yes, my main character status saved us all. Move, you piece of junk. What? You're kidding me. It's moving again. Mind you, that's not an old TV. Who cares? Any machine can be beat back into shape. That's so archaic. How old is that lady anyways? Hey, you're not supposed to roughhouse machines or game consoles and stuff. Like I care. What? Wait, I didn't order you yet. And attack them, not the wall. Is it? It's totally malfunctioned and out of control. See, I told you that you shouldn't treat machines badly. Wait, you said that after the fact. This is no time for the expo now. We have to stop it. Ganache, is there any way to stop it? Unfortunately for you, I have no intention of speaking with a fake. Like I've been saying, I'm the real deal. Stop fooling around already. Ganache, is there a way to force it to stop? I've been trying, but it seems all my signals are being blocked. Why not send in another machine to stop it? Well, that would be perfect if it weren't for them being destroyed by you. Hell, why are you speaking of them like normal, huh? I guess being too fanatic is something to think about. If we could at least use HDD, you may be able to stop it. Then let's break that device sealing our HDD. Please, Ganache, help. I suppose. But how will you stop the jamming device located on its head? What? Are you an idiot? Why would you place it on stuff like that? I'd be happy if we did what the old lady over there did and stop it. I doubt something as convenient as that will happen. It is quite possible. Seriously? The device was a prototype which was forced in. If enough force is applied, can we stop it? It's hard to tell, but being unstable, there is a chance it could be stopped. Then leave it to me, random stranger who's immediately joining our party. Hey, yeah! She just broke the device on the Heartbreaker's head in an instant. Who is she? Marvy, to the rescue! A rescue character flag, sweet. Nippy, are you alright? Huh? Do I know you? Well, yes, but I'm the one who knows you, not the other way around. My name is Marvelous AQL. You can call me Marvy. Marvy, right? Okay, great to meet you, Marvy. From the looks of it, it seems like the device has stopped, but the Heartbreaker machine still hasn't stopped. Then we just have to force it to stop. Let's go, everyone. But now we can actually use our HDDs. And Marvy joins the party. And I can tell you right now, we're not using Marvelous AQL. Because Should I said she is like Magus technically starts the trend, but Marvy is the one that defines the trend that starts from this point onwards. The human characters could be easily replaced and it changes nothing. They could have had anyone else step in and break the device. They could have had Magus use some magic to break the device. But no, they had Marvy come in to introduce a new character, and that is the only significant scene she's going to get. Beyond this point, she might have dialogue, she might have bits and pieces, but every single scene she's in, they could have replaced her with someone else and it would have changed nothing. And this applies to every single human character that joins our party from this point onwards. It's why I was so critical on the human characters in the first two games in my reviews originally. Because they are, outside of Iffy and Compa, they are usually worthless. And even then, Iffy and Compa run out of gameplay significance, it's just in the plots they get more significance. And they do it again in the next game, but just swap out Magus with Red and it's the same formula.
Are you ready?
Where Red has a bit of more screen time, and is a tad more significant, but is still kind of worthless once the plot moves away from her. Once the plot introduces the other little sisters and eventually the goddesses, her, like the other human characters, fade into obscurity. You're not gonna see me use Marvy in this game, really. There's a point later on where the party is split into several smaller groups and I might use her once or twice then. But outside of it, no, I'm not going to have a showcase match where I deliberately bring her out in the party because she's worthless. She doesn't, like I said, she doesn't have a place in the plot. And it's going to be the same for everyone else who joins beyond this point. We've bumped into CC2, she's not going to be worth anything once she comes back. We've bumped into Tekken, literally we had a one-off bump into Tekken and that was it. When she comes into the plot again, it's the same deal. It's going to be the same with Falcon Kid and Falcon Adult, regardless of what game you're playing. It always goes down this way, unfortunately. The human characters just aren't worth it. Which is why in the third game, there straight up isn't human playable characters unless you buy the DLC. Because they're no more significant in the main story than they are DLC characters. So they just put them to one side. And in V2R, the only humans outside of Iffy and Compa is Big Nep. And Big Nep's stats are based off normal Nep stats anyway, just without the goddess powers. So she can hold her own. The only two characters that are kind of not great are Iffy and Compa, unfortunately, in the fourth game.
Let me seal your moves.
Because in power order, it goes Iffy, Compa, and then I'd say the gold third, with adult Nep somewhere in between it, maybe slightly above, then the little sisters, then the goddesses.
I will not let you have it your way. Prepare yourself. Take this. I'll finish this.
And I say that I can't speak for base V2 and its DLC, because it had a lot of DLC base V2. And because I don't own base V2, and none of those DLCs carried over into V2R, I can't speak for those DLC characters and how good or bad they are. Which is a shame, because it means I'll never be able to talk about how, like Million Arthur, because I've heard that Million Arthur was actually really good. But you know, because of the licensing with Square Enix fading, their character's gone now. We should really talk about this boss, the CPU breaker, the main event of this chapter. After our scripted loss, the real fight with it, they try and make it to show that it's malfunctioning, that its AI is a little bit more unruly. Like, it kind of attacks people at random instead of targeting. But because it attacks more at random instead of targeting, you can use that to your advantage to keep people topped up easier. As opposed to it targeting one person and you have to do panic healings or revives because one person got decked in a turn.
I will have you perish here.
And it's also the game keeping in mind and doing something that it doesn't always do, and it's paying attention to the fact you just did a boss fight, so you don't want to have a really, really brutal, difficult boss fight immediately after it because you have to do the first one again. So this fight after the last one is only a little bit harder. And you can tell that because, well, just like the last fight, the moment I broke its guard, I just swapped to EXEs and it's just doing the rest of the work for me because look at the total damage number. The game, unfortunately, starts to become slightly patented. The moment you get super EXEs, the pattern really starts to open itself wide open of how you deal with everything in this game. Break guard, rip out EXEs, the boss probably dies. If it doesn't die, well, you'll be close.
How hard it was.
Because it's already down.
I'm gonna be invincible.
Speaking of Red, she's level 50. Red levels up quicker than any other character in the game, which is why she's like several levels higher than everyone else at this point. She always takes less experience to level up. It's the same in the second game when she actually joins at the start. She's always ends up like a level or two higher than the rest of you. Oh, then what perfect timing. What? Yeah. Noir. At least that junk tired the goddesses out. Now I can copy you. No, Noir's power too. You're the last one left, Neptune. Tch. I won't let you. I'll protect Nep. Without the goddesses, you're nothing. I'll take care of you myself. Have you forgotten the certain two beside them? I'll protect Neppy as a guardian ninja. Tch, this may get more bothersome than expected. Everyone. I'll let you go this time, but I'll get your power soon. Are we saved? Somehow, but Noir's power was copied. The event is all in ruins too. I don't think the event can continue like this. Minor issues. None of the public was badly injured, so I'm fine with it. Noir, you're still safe, so as long as we protect you, it'll be fine. Yes. Why worry in what has passed? We should look instead to the future. Right, and we can stop I4 if we release Histoire, right? But before everything, I need to do something about the event. Up at the expo, having his liabilities and mending the injured. Just my luck.
No more. Please. Let me rest. Need sleep. No work.
Way to start the scene off with a downer, Noir.
I can't help it. I've been at work the entire time since the day of the expo.
Look on the bright side. Now you're back on top again.
There's no way Avenir could cover that mess they caused.
And Lady Noir's shares went through the roof.
I guess all that behind-the-scenes work finally reaped results.
Was that planned?
Of course not. Even I'm surprised. I just wanted to work for the citizens.
Come to think of it, how is all the work going?
Fine. Got Avenir out of Basilicom and the event repairs are underway.
What's going to happen to Avenir?
I'll fix Avenir under the supervision of Basilicom. I could have just dismantled them, but their technology is inspiring. It can help last station. But the weapon tech? I won't let that out again.
I see. That's good to hear. How about Ganache and Sanja? They're like criminals, aren't they?
Sinj was removed from the company. He's now working at Xion's place.
Xion's? Why?
He did bad, but he is Xion's father's friend, so they wanted to help. That's so good to hear. Hopefully Mr. Sinj can become a better person.
I hope so. What about Ganache?
He went missing. I'm assuming he went back to Louis. He is an avid believer of blonde, so there's no reason for him to be here.
I'd laugh if he went to Planetoon or Leanbox instead.
That's one tasteless joke to hear.
Nap. That's no laughing matter.
Hey there. It's been a while.
Yeah, same to you too, Xion. How's he been?
Pretty good, mind you. It's so busy that I need extra help now.
I heard from Noir. You sure you're okay bringing the former big shot on?
He's like that because of my father's accident, and he had nowhere to go. He is formerly a skilled craftsman, so he's helping quite a bit, too. Oh, anyways, I wanted to give you guys something. Isn't this what you guys were looking for by any chance?
The key fragment! Xion, where'd you find this?
It came out from the Heartbreaker. Looks like it was its power source.
No wonder we couldn't find it anywhere.
But why was it used as its power source?
Maybe R4 made Avenir use it to defeat us.
No, it seems like R4 wasn't involved with the weapon development. It seems like Ganache found it. He's the one who made it the power source.
What are the odds?
Well, I'm quite surprised to know that Noir and you folks were CPUs. Are you sure about me treating you all the same as before?
Yep. We're like major buddies, so no need the formalities. Right, Noir?
Yes, you are my precious friend. I'd hate you to treat me any other way.
So there you have it. You may as well give up, Xion. I guess so. Well, that does make things easier for me too. It's already this late? Well, you got what I wanted to give. See ya!
Why won't you stay longer?
Sorry, but I got some work to do. Let's meet up again and have some lunch.
Ooh, if we go, then I want to eat at your cafeteria.
You sure? There's a lot of other great places, you know.
That's fine. I want to eat the food served at your cafeteria.
Now you're talking. Okay, I'll prepare some eggplant dishes that you can eat.
Huh? Well, I appreciate it, but I'd like to pass on it.
I'm just playing with you. Well, see y'all again.
Regardless of the method, we finally got all 4.
So, it's Isty time again. Come on down, Isty. It seems like you've gathered all the key fragments. This is Histoire? Oh, but one bad news. R4 copied and ran off with Noir's power. I see. That would mean R4 now wields the power of 3 goddesses. Please release me before Neptune's power is copied.
So where are you then? Don't tell me you're up in Celestia.
Not to worry. I am actually sealed in Planetune. Where in Planetune would that be? I am sorry, but I do not know exactly where.
Okay, then let's head to Planetune.
I believe Kampa's room would be efficient as a base. My, but how do we find Histoire? Aren't there any clues?
Unfortunately, none as of current.
Then I guess we just have to look for Isty all over.
Well, at least we know Histoire is somewhere on Planetune.
It's worked fine so far, right? I'm sure everything will be just fine.
Yes, I'm sure everything will be fine too. I don't know if you're positive or just happy-go-lucky.
Well, I don't mind the approach at all. Yes, it's much better than being negative. Yeah, isn't it? Okay then, let's go back to Planetune to find Isty.
And we have our next objective. All 4 of the goddesses are in the main party now and will stay there. But now we're in chapter 6. Yeah, chapter 5 is genuinely that short. Okay, now to start it off, let's hear everyone's information. I've got a whopping nothing. I wasn't counting on you in the first place. How about everyone else? I couldn't find anything. Ditto. I have asked for Lan Lan to help, but nothing in particular was found. I didn't find anything. Similar to my search for Doc P, I have not found anything. Nothing from me either. I wonder where Histy could be. So all it's searching and absolutely 0. How about you, Iffy? I've asked for Tome-chan's help too, but nothing at all. So we have nada then. If only Histy was here to give us a hint. We haven't heard anything since then. It just dawned on me, but why not ask Planetoon's Basilicom for help? Planetoon's Basilicom would know more than anyone about Planetoon. Oh yeah, huh, wonder why I didn't come up with that. You're supposed to be the CPU here, you know. And that is how our chapter 6 will start, going to the Planetoon, when I can speak, Basilicom. But it's another in-between chapter, so we're going to be doing side stuff. Which, speaking of, I need to record more, because I only have like half a video for the next video, but it's fine, I've got the weekend. Oh wait, this is a Saturday upload to make up for the fact I skipped a day for Genshin. Ah shit, I've got a day then to record. It's like, I'll get on it, I'm kidding. I'll get on it, in between Genshin and Sonic Colors Ultimate, because that comes out like in a couple hours from this video. I think it goes live for me to be able to play it. So I got the deluxe edition, because of course I did. But, anyway, we'll get on the side content next time. But until then, take care now, guys, and peace.